So maybe I'll just demo first before I explain any of the code. Basically, what I'm ultimately working on is like a guide called Write Your First Dapp that people should be able to follow along with. And I'm currently writing the dapp myself and just now starting to document it. So I want to start a clean node. So I have a script for that. So this was kind of like your start.sh. It's just starting a node exactly the way I want for this project. Oh, I don't like the looks of that, though. Anybody familiar with this?
Yes, it's a bind error. So what you have to do is okay. I'm trying to remember there's a bug report in it. I'm trying to remember exactly what it is.
What it turned out to be, David, was very simple. Node was already running, and we were trying to bind to it again, and so we get a bind error.
Oh, it's already open.
Okay.
It's already open.
So that means I have another node running somewhere that I've. Oh, come on, you're ahead in the game. All right, sorry about that.
Yeah, Joshi, what does the fresh command or argument is? What does it do?
So I made this little script, and here's the exact command that it runs. So it deletes my rspace and my Casper block store directory, so basically just cleans up my data directory, and then it starts the R node.
Okay.
And then in this data directory here, I have, like you were saying earlier, David, a configuration file. This one. So here's how you specify stuff with a config file instead of the command line. So like, for example, one of the ones that we sometimes do is -- standalone. You can just put that here. Or like see, this isn't great for the same reasons as the time when Colab got hacked, but since this isn't like my real private key, I put that argument in here too. So, all right, we've got the node running now, and
now for this project, it doesn't have to be a Bootstrap node, right?
Bootstrap means standalone, right?
No, Bootstrap is connected to the network.
I'm not bootstrapping from any other node on the network. I started standalone here.
Okay. Okay.
In order for this dapp to ultimately be useful, like when it's stable enough, if someone wants to actually use it in the real world, it will have to be on the network. But we can test it just fine with just my node here.
Okay.
Yeah. What was that?
Okay, those standalone node has nothing to do with Casper, does it?
It still does. That's why I passed in my validator private key. It just means that I'm the only validator that's actually doing anything. There's no other actual validators like receiving my blocks or sending me blocks. We're just running in like an edge case of Casper where I'm the only active validator.
Okay.
So when I run npm start, it brings up the GUI, which is here.
Is there a reason you want Casper to run? Do you need it?
Yeah, you need Casper in order to use this API that we wrote at all, because it how does that work? In order to
make progress on the
rholang contract is passed. It's the rholang contract is passed on Casper.
Yeah, stuff would never move around the network if we didn't have a Casper instance, which I guess in this case it isn't anyway, but that's what.
Yeah, we don't care about stuff moving around the network. We care about being able to look at a name and see what's there. And the only way to do that is in the Casper world. They didn't support that in the eval REPL world.
Right. So it doesn't create any blocks unless you have Casper.
Right. We don't care about creating blocks. We just care about being able to see what we put on the network. I mean,
well, actually, maybe that is indirectly why we care about creating blocks, because that listen for data at name basically just queries for old blocks and checks whether there was anything on those names, I think.
Right, but they could have supported that API in the world, you know, the eval REPL world.
Yeah, by just looking at the tuple space state.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, here's where we are. We've got Casper working for that reason. So the idea here is this is just basically kind of like posting a Facebook status. And so, oh, but by the way, this isn't going to work yet because we haven't deployed the dapp contract. So I've got to do that too. In fact, let me do that first. I wrote a script for that too. Okay, so back over here on my node, it ran, wow. Oh, this is my node, that's why. It ran, basically this is my integration test for the contract. So it looks like the contract is deployed, that's good. So now I can actually go ahead and start the interface. And so what happens is, like, let's say I want to start using this dapp, so I'm going to enter my name here, and I'm going to click register. So I basically just submitted a transaction that makes me sign up for, I'm calling it status. It's like where I can post my little microblog statuses. And the node shows me it received that deploy. So it's not in a block yet, so I could, you know, like over here or wherever do rnode propose, but I wrote a little button to make that a little easier. So I'm going to rnode propose. And great, so that worked. And so what I can do now is when a user signs up, they get a default status. So let's just check on mine and see what it is. So my status, you know, the friend is me because I typed my own name here. So it says your friend status is, and that's the default status that I got when I registered. So if I want, I can post a new status like chilling with rchain people and post it. You know, again, we got to deploy here, but that's not in a block yet. So I'll force a new block to be proposed. That looks good. And now I can check my status again. And now I'm chilling with rchain people. So then we could have, you know, like maybe someone else wants to sign up. David, propose. David, what's your status?
Office hours, then office hours. You got the spelling wrong.
Oh yeah, right. So that, I bet we got an error because I checked for someone who didn't register yet. I'm curious what that did. Yeah, so uncaught promise. That should fail more gracefully. That's on me. But that make it match. So there he is, Dan's office hours, and if we go back to me, my status is still there from before.
Wow, this is
Cool.
really cool.
You were stuck last night. How'd you get past it?
I was stuck on a silly mistake. The way I had written the contract code. So here's my contract, and here's the register method. That's like when you type in, when I first typed Joshi and clicked register, it called this.
Right.
And so I changed the code we're looking at here to match what my front end was expecting, and basically there's like two different idioms for doing this, and I used one in the contract and the other one in the front end. So the one thing you can do is just call register with a return channel, and the contract creates an unforgeable name and gives it back to you on the return channel. That's what I had done here originally, and I think ultimately I like that approach better. The other one is what I'm doing now, where when you call register, you already give it some name that you want to use as your your control.
Okay, right. So you had the number of arguments was different.
Yeah, correct. That's right. And so the reason I chose this one now is because without the name registry, we're doing that hack where you basically you pass in a public name, so anyone can update my status, which is obviously not ideal, but is a way to demo something for now. So I just had to make those match, and we're good now. So here's the part you might be interested in to see how to use that API. At the top, we required it. And I pulled, these are all three of the things that are exported from that API. So I just pulled in all of them. rnode is the one that actually lets you do, like, call the gRPC stuff. So when you want to deploy or propose or make a block or whatever, that all comes from rnode. Rhocore is utilities for encoding data into Rholang and getting it back. And then logged, Dan, do you want to speak to logged? I only have a rough idea of how that works.
It logs objects and expands them all the way out, and the things that would have printed as a bunch of hex digits, it prints more nicely.
Okay, yeah, cool. And then I think it also, doesn't it also like return whatever you pass into it so you can chain?
Yeah, so if you just have some value right in the middle of an expression, you can just, if you have x in the middle of an expression, you can just change it to logged x.
Yeah. So if I want to call like f of x dot, y or whatever, and I want to see what x is, I can, whoops, I can do it like this, right? Logged x evaluates to just x, so I can happily continue on. I hadn't seen that before and didn't get it at first, but it's pretty nice. Okay, so let's see. I want to start with a simpler one here. Well, here's a good one. So when you click the register button to sign up for the status dapp, this code gets called. This is my event listener for when you click register. So the easy thing it does is just pulls the user's name out of that text box in the interface. It creates some Rholang code here. And so that Rholang code just becomes at register, send, the username, and then some ACK channel. And I didn't really know in front-end world, like, what am I supposed to do for the ACK channel? So I just put in 0. I never even watched for the ACK to come back. I guess in theory, maybe I should lock the interface until the ACK comes back, or I don't even know. Let the user know when it comes back, but I didn't do any of that yet. Here's where I make, Dan, what would you call this thing? It's a JavaScript object, but it represents what I'm going to deploy to Casper. And then so I actually deploy. So my node is an instance of that rchain object. Where did I make that? Right here. So my node is, I made an rnode object. That's the one that I pulled in from the API, gave it the things it needed. So now I'm using my node and I'm calling do deploy, and I'm going to deploy this thing that I made up here, which essentially is just this code right here. And so it comes back as a promise. So once that promise is resolved, this basically just says, like, if we weren't successful, throw the error so I can figure out what line.
Joshi, the interface, is it in a browser?
That's a good question. That's my goal. That's what I want to happen. I'm going to have to get some help from you guys, I think, to make that happen. Right now it's in Electron, which is it's kind of a cool program, but it's not the right thing for this use case. It basically lets you write desktop applications as if they're browser applications. So I still wrote the whole interface with, like, here's my index.html. So yeah, it's rendered just like it's in a browser.
Okay, Electron, I think I've worked with, let me see if I have Electron installed on my system. Now, the status of status rchain, is it, the git status, is it merged with the one you have in your repo? I mean the one you have here now.
I've pushed all of my work up to GitHub, so if you pull it, you'll have exactly what I have.
Yeah, I pulled it last night, so I was trying to confirm if it's the same thing.
Well, good question. This is my latest commit. It says sketched out README and guide document.
Okay.
The last one that actually does any code work was the one before that, EDAFE.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if it
So
does, just get Colab on it. It'll either give you something or it won't, and then you've got the latest version.
so if I should run this on the browser, is it going to give the same result?
It's not ready to be run in a browser right this second, and the reason is it does stuff that that the browser can't do for security reasons. So like with page.js, I imported gRPC, and you're not going to be able to do that. Like you need to have Node to do that. So the architecture that we're hopefully going to switch to is this. Most of what I've done here will actually run like on the the server. Now whether that's your local host or not is up to you. And then only the browser will basically show the interface and dispatch when you click a button or whatever, dispatch that back to the server, who will then interact with an R node.
So I think
Okay.
I think David wants to know how he sees it in the browser window.
Yeah, the answer is right now you can't, but I would love to make that happen. And
well, you're just the interface is in a browser window, right?
He said it was an electrum.
Exactly what I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did it like this: npm start. But when I call start, it's launching Electron, which I mean that basically is Chromium.
So the problem is that David's not running from Ubuntu with the SSH of -X so he's not going to be able to open a window on the rhobat.net machine unless he
correct.
comes in.
Which is exactly why I'd like to make it an Express app. Because right now the options are either, David sets up everything he needs to run it locally on his system like I did, which is a pain and which is a huge barrier to entry for any user.
How about we just make it, slash register or something on with our robot. /status.
I'm happy to have us all play with it. I would love, for the sake of writing the document that'll hopefully help everyone develop apps like this, I would like to make it an Express app so that anyone can use it like in their own, so that you can go to rchain-status dot whatever and play around with it.
Right. Well,
all right.
If you guys want to try to tackle that, that would help me out a ton, but I'm also happy to work on the KYC bot if that's what everyone's feeling.
Well, we could it sure would be nice to have it to run this from the KYC bot.
Oh, to run the dapp from the KYC? Yeah, sure. That's true. Well, okay, so regardless of whether we're more interested in a browser-based front end or the KYC bot-based front end, we've still got to separate it out of this Electron project that I built, right?
Correct.
You actually can interact because they both talk to rchain, correct?
That's an interesting point. So
you can just change your host and port to whatever, something that's, or you just start up the node in such a way that it's.
So let's try that. I would need to do it. Well, I hard coded these right now. That probably wasn't ideal. So you guys are at rhobot.net, and you're on 40401, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I need to start a new node so that we're on the same network. So I'm gonna rm. Okay, and now I'm gonna rnode run.
If you're accessing our node, why do you need to run this?
Yeah. Was your directory cleared?
Well, okay, I missed a little bit because of some noise, but you're right that I don't have to start my own node here, right? I can just connect directly to yours.
You do have to deploy your contract to the network, to their network.
Yeah. Okay. Right. That's correct. So the easiest way to do that is going to be by starting my own node and doing it, right? Or one of you guys can do it if you're SSH'd in.
If you just copy and paste the contract into rhobot, you should be able to deploy it.
I actually don't think that's true. I think when you paste something in like that, it takes that process and it quotes that process and sends it on a channel called result. It doesn't actually reduce that process or anything.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm pretty sure. That's what I was trying to explore the other day. So
Well, when you put in 1 + 1, it comes out 2.
that's right, because those operators like addition are not done in the actual tuple space. They're done at the Scala level for performance reasons. So those things reduce, but COM events don't. So what channel is it on? This one? Yeah. So you're right that if I rholang, 1 + 1, it comes out 2. I agree with that. But if I rholang something like @0 send 0, and then in par with that I do for x from @0. And now, like, what can I even do? What would I even type here to see the result? It should just be 0, I guess.
Send 1 and then put x + x in there.
Come on, cursor. Hold on. There's some mistakes here.
Or just send it on one. Do rholang send, and then on the next one do a rholang 4.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, good. So that sends 1 on 0. So let's see what we've got here. On the result channel, we've now written @0 send 1. So that's not directly in my tuple space. That's a quoted process.
Oh, right, yeah. It didn't actually send 1 to 0.
Bingo. So just to complete the demo, if I were to do @x from @0, then I try to do like x + x. This will also be sent on result just fine, but it's not going to reduce with what we had in there already. So here's my 4, and then I don't know where the send went.
Can you check the log?
Yeah, it just didn't. It never even tried to run this stuff.
Bingo. So for example, you can imagine if I did something like this. Whoops. Rholang hello world. So what that's going to do is it's going to take a process literal that I typed here, hello world, and it's going to send that process on the channel result. And it did, and we can see it right there. So that's great. The trouble is, if this is a ground term process, so when it appears there, we're like, yeah, that's exactly what we expected. But when I send a process that actually could reduce, should it be executed, it doesn't, because it's just a quoted process sent on result. It never actually made it into the tuple space directly. So anyway, I'm not saying this is like unsolvable. I think it'll especially be easier to solve if we do use the API for the gRPC calls.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I assigned it to result because I couldn't find it otherwise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel you on that. Like this is not a super easy problem to solve, but now that we have listen for data at name, I think that's going to be fine. We'll take in a process, we'll deploy that process directly, and then we'll like somehow along with it we can say like, here are the names that I'm interested in checking the data on. So then we don't have to send it on some like particular thing hard-coded. The process does whatever it does, and the user who submitted it said, and I'm expecting the answer to come out of this channel or these channels. So, okay.
So,
Let's see. Yeah, go ahead.
um, we could try using Glitch. Of course, Glitch is not a great editor.
So I want to, if I send you guys this code, I just popped it right into Discord here. Ooh, I don't know if that's all of it, actually.
No, Discord chops it.
Okay. All right, so there's the file. If one of you guys wants to deploy that, we should be good to go. All right, is someone connected to the node already? You're muted, Jim.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting it. Oh. I'm trying to I'm trying to get the file from the shared screen, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to take the share for a sec, Jim?
Well, I can do that. But all as I'm doing is I copy the URL of the file, and I can go CD and wget file. And then I can do rnode deploy. Oops, rnode.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, that's right.
I think so.
Let me just get all the stuff.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oops. Jeez. Sorry. Okay. Control C. Control R. Deploy space. Control R. Okay. And now I want to hit the arrow.
Control E would take you to the end, by the way.
I hit the end key.
Oh, Control E. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not an Emacs user.
Yeah.
You can use home end to go to the beginning and end also. And
how do I get back home, Dan?
Control A.
Gotcha.
I almost remember that stuff. I used Emacs before it was Emacs.
I used Emacs before it was cool.
I used Emacs after it was cool. And get off my lawn, you kids.
Okay.
I think what I need right now is a whole course on Unix-based systems. I really need to master a lot of things for Linux and Unix.
I've felt that way for about 5 years, and even as I learn a lot, I always still feel like there's an infinite amount left to learn. All right, that's great. So you've got it deployed, so I should be able to interact with it. I don't know if you want to give me the share back. I should be able to do the interface over here.
All right. Let's see. Where is the Zoom? Oh, Got it.
All right. All right, cool. So if I think npm start will start my interface. There it is. Okay, nothing surprising in the console here. This we always get, and Dan and I worked on that for a while, and just we're not quite ready to solve that yet. But so okay, I'll register. Did you see a deploy come in, Jim?
Let's look at the log. Failed to send.
Yeah, it's not on your screen. I forgot.
Didn't register. It just came through.
Okay, cool. It should have looked about like this. At register Joshy 0.
It says at in 0. At in space. Look at the log.
Where am I looking?
I was looking at the top. Where is it? Yeah, the IN register. That's what I saw come through. I didn't see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is debugging lines from when you deployed my contract. Oh, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Right here. So I sent my register deploy. That's all good. Oh, this log is backwards, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you can put it click chronological, but it doesn't do any filtering in chronological.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I'll put it back then. But that's just what was tripping me out. I was like, how the heck did that happen first? Reversed. Okay, good. So glad we got that cleared up. So it's deployed. I'm registered. Did that? Yeah, new fork choice tip. Okay, good. So that's awesome. So I should be able to check my status now. Yay, that's amazing.
Sweet.
So, all right, great. If we want to use,
so this is on the test net. You know, this is this is getting put on our actual test net right now.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations, everybody. So,
and this is a community node, so it should, in principle, always be running.
Yeah, cool. What's next?
Well, I want to get your status on I want to get your status in
From Discord, from KYC bot.
From KYC bot, right?
Okay, cool. I don't think we're quite ready to do that yet. We definitely should try.
What I'm thinking is we can put in a status command into the script.
Oh, I see.
Don't you want to make it so that you can really do Rolang?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. And then we could do it the way that I'm about to here, which is a general way. We could also add a status command on top of that afterwards.
Yeah. Let me quick finish a push here.
What we want to do is be able to send to result.
Yeah. So ideally, like if I typed this, I think I had a capital J, but I'm checking on my status now by calling the check method. And I sent in an ACK channel here. So we should have my status sent on this channel, and then we could get it.
Right. What we should do is put result there. And it would be nicer if result was
Oh,
not
that's
in
a good.
quotes.
Yeah, that's a good point. We could do it like this, right?
Yeah.
I'm missing something. I'm trying to commit my changes here
Okay, you want to?
before we monkey with them.
Yeah, you want to take the share?
Um, well, yeah, I guess I can do that.
Dan, how are you feeling about trying to separate out the front end from the back end?
Yeah, I can try that.
I think it might be the case that if you were to get us started, we could bring it home. I just am not super familiar with like Express or Node apps. Obviously, that's why I chose Electron.
Right.
Whoops. I can list multiple files here, right? I don't know what this package lock is. Can I just remove that?
You could, but I think you're supposed to commit that.
You're supposed to commit it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's probably, unless you actually changed the package.json, it shouldn't have changed, so don't commit any changes.
Oh, I did. It changed, yeah.
Right, but did you change package.json?
Yeah, it's there in his
Yeah.
changes.
Oh, I'm not following. What's going to be the headline of this commit?
Added recursive match.
So do a git diff.
Match recursive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you grabbed more stuff. All right, yeah. Then you should commit your JSON, your package.lock too.
Git commit dash all, right?
I usually actually add the things, but anyway.
Just Q.
Oh.
Typo. Git. Git. You spelled Git wrong.
Oh, no wonder. Is it capital A or small A?
You're trying to add all the files. I think you just want git add dot. Oh, I didn't know that.
So now do a git status. I've never done it with git add minus a. I just list the things I'm going to add. But anyway. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Now you're ready. Now you can just do git commit minus m in your message. Although it helps to spell git correctly.
Wait, don't I have to do a small a here?
No.
The small a would add all of your files before committing, but you did that with git add previously. So they're already added.
Added. Match recursive for rholang expression.
Typo and matching.
Okay, so now now I'm going to be rather lost here. I have to, I guess, put in the library. So I need to get that from somewhere.
The rchain API.
You want to drive, Joshi? To sign into.
Yeah, let's get a game. I'm not sure what we're trying to do yet, though. Let's get a game plan together.
Okay. That's true.
How do I mute myself?
Yeah, I guess that discussion was going on. How do we we want to evaluate results? That will work if we evaluate results.
Yeah, I think the code as it stands right now basically takes in a process literal, quotes it, and sends it on result. And that's all it does. So what we want to do is, I guess, actually deploy Rholang terms, which will make the node execute them. And then we can, maybe a good first step is to say, like, dear users, make sure that the final result of this computation, whatever it is that you're looking for, gets sent on a channel named @result at the end, and then we can display that. We don't want to just send the code of a process to the channel result. We want to execute the code they give us and then have the actual final value sent on result.
Yeah. So how do we do it?
So yeah, okay, right. Do you have you've got the rchain API deployed now, right?
No, we don't.
Like, wasn't David just doing that on the server?
Yeah, it's deployed in his home. It's not in KYC bot.
Okay, all right, I see.
So we have to include that in KYC bot.
Yeah, right. So, all right.
I was thinking of
it's been a little while since I've been here. I don't know if I still can get into rhobot.net. Oh, did you send it on the chat?
No. What?
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. I thought maybe I don't know how to get in here.
Well, you can go log into rchain at rhobat.net, and
is it the same one that it was 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So David's got this here, right? That's good. Where are we trying to do our? Oh, I see KYC bot.
Okay, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to pull that rchain API if you want to use it from there. But we need to get it from. We loaded it here and ran the test a couple of weeks ago or a week.
Yeah. Oh, for rchain API.
Yeah.
Is there any reason not to just put that in package.json and grab it as usual?
Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it, probably. Should we just remove it from here?
Well, it doesn't hurt to have it there, I don't think.
Yeah, except for if we get confused in the future.
Okay, well, yeah.
I think I'm going to do it. We can get it back if we need to. Okay.
So we changed directions, not doing the splitting the.
Yeah, I guess that seems the case. I would love to do the splitting soon too, though.
Okay.
Maybe we can get this set up and kind of split into tracks or.
Okay, carry on.
So. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I thought you were adding dependency.
Yeah.
In fact, do this rather than editing this thing, which is you always get it wrong because of a trailing comma or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just do npm install -- save and then whatever it is you want to install.
I think the syntax we used was like this, right?
Yeah. Now, the only downside of this is it might re-indent your um,
Oh, that's the lock.
yeah, that's the lock. You're gonna get all kinds of changes there.
Can I just ask for a specific file
Yeah, get diff. Yeah,
and then file name?
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, great. That's exactly what we wanted.
Right.
All right, so the API is installed here now. And where's the server.js, I guess, is where most of the code happens?
Yep.
Okay,
So
so,
you want to require it, right?
yeah, right. Let me see. I want to make sure I get this right.
All lowercase.
Okay, and then,
You want to assign that to something.
oh yeah, right. So, I think I did all of them before. I guess we might as well. Okay, so we've got the API in here. At some point, we'll have to.
Josh, what's the difference between the between Arson core and Bro core?
Arson is a.
Oh, that's yeah. I called it the wrong thing. It's called row core, right?
Yeah.
Good catch, David. Thank you. So we need to make one now.
That's not really a constant. That really bugs me.
Oh, it's
I
not.
didn't hear you. My the network was breaking.
Yeah, it broke up a little there too, David. Dan, what does constant mean, or what makes this non-constant?
Well, we don't know its value right now.
Okay, right.
That would make it a constant.
Well, what do you mean right now when we're typing it?
Yeah, top level constants should be constant, like design time constants. Like you know their value right now while you're designing.
Okay, I got you. That was not clear to me before.
Yeah, you should probably make it when it on ready.
Yeah, is there such a thing? Oh, right here. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, you can declare it at the top. You can say, let my node at the top, but
is it? Well, yeah, I guess it'll be in scope everywhere then if I declare it. Okay.
Which is also gross, but whatever.
Well, if on ready is only this one thing here, though, that's kind of what we need, I guess, right?
I know, but the right way to do it is to pass it around instead of having all these globals. But let's just continue.
Okay. Yeah, right. So then I'm going to come down here. Is this a tab? And we're going to have to give it a gRPC if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go back and make that in a second. And then we also give it, I just want to look at what I did before.
Host and port.
Host and port, okay.
I think it's a squirrely brace host :
Yeah, I think you're right too. I just want to have a reference for my.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Okay. So.
You looked it up, but you didn't copy and paste. That's interesting.
I have this weird compulsion where I try to type it so that I can remember it.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever hear the book Learn Python the Hard Way?
Yeah.
I got that from there. Oh, it didn't like that paste, I guess. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way anyway.
Yeah.
Better to do this or localhost?
Each has its advantages.
All right, so back up top, we have to require. So this, when I require gRPC, that is constant because I'm just pulling in that module right now.
Right.
Oh, okay. I did this a little bit ugly earlier. I didn't realize there was already stuff.
Yeah, in the work studies, we like to play with this in glitch, in which case we'll need the host name.
Oh, okay. That's a good point. I'll change that in just a second. Okay. So now we've got the gRPC that I passed into wherever I passed it in. Man, I got a little lost all of a sudden. Oh, so okay, we just made this thing that I passed in here, and then you wanted to make it robot.net, right? That's what I did. Okay, cool. So should we save and just make sure I didn't break anything yet? What do I need to do to test that all worked?
Should be npm start, but I don't know if they've arranged things that way.
It's already running somewhere, I think, right? Okay, logged in as that.
And yeah.
I was on mute, sorry.
That's okay.
I'll just take this for a second here.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, PM2, restart, KYC. Oops, I'm not typing. What is this? KYC bot. You wrote it, right? And it's running. PM2 status. And it's still running. So.
Okay, and I guess we can make sure it works at least as good as it did before in Discord.
All right. Uh-oh, sure is taking a long time.
That's good.
Definitely something wrong with the matching. I don't know what I did. I thought we tested this was working, and then for some reason it seemed to be broken again.
Well, if we're using the API, we won't need to match it with a regex anyway. We'll be able to take data directly from that name.
So we now have 2 of these running, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. So the one from before is still running. Yeah.
When you did npm start, it started it.
Who did an npm start?
I did, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay, so I wonder why it doesn't tell us that there's 2 running, because we didn't use PM2.
All right, so when I did it, hold on a second, I got myself a little lost, but I think I just Control-C'd. I don't know. I got a little disoriented.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at the screen, so I didn't realize you did that. We use I don't know. DigitalOcean recommends using PM2 on a node machine.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, I killed the other one that I accidentally started. We're back to just one.
Okay, good. So you can take control again.
Yeah.
This is great. This is what, This is exactly what we need to learn.
Okay, cool. So we're in KYC bot, right? We're gonna. That's the one. All right. So on message. I don't know this code very well, to be honest with you.
This is the discord.js. You know, they're saying when we get a message on a channel.
Okay.
And then if the message has a rholang at the beginning of the line, okay, then we further test to see if it has a colon. If it has a colon, then we execute the contract. Or we run the contract. We run the rholang.
Okay, got it. So this line is a string of rholang code.
Yeah.
And,
okay, cool.
And for the purposes of REPL, I take out all the returns, new lines, and tabs. I don't know if it has any, but it wouldn't run.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Yeah.
It wouldn't run multi-line programs.
Gotcha. What's rholang 2? Oh, that's this. Oh, you're taking out. What are you doing here? Replacing single quotes with.
Can you make your type a little bigger?
Yeah, sorry.
So where are we? We're here. Okay,
this is all stuff we need to do to fit it through shell syntax and stuff.
Right.
We don't need any of that.
I need to quote all the single quotes with double quotes.
Right.
We need to at least do these parts, though.
Right. After the substring 8, we're golden.
After the substring 8, yeah. So, okay, got it. So, what, I mean, you think just ditch this line?
Yeah. I would ditch everything after the substring 8.
Okay, down to.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it would show me my matched brace if I did that.
If you do a percent, it should show the matched brace.
If you just, yeah.
What?
I would go after substring 8 and then start adding code, and then once we've got the replacement, then delete the rest.
Yeah, right. Good.
Yeah.
That makes more sense to me before I start just deleting stuff.
Yeah. Percent sign in VI gives you the matching brace.
Percent sign does. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Is there some reason you're not looking for substring 8?
Yeah, I was just trying to learn that trick that Jim was saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm on one right now, and then I see it's showing me the one. Okay, but yeah, I see substring 8 right here. So, all right, so here we go.
We don't need anything after substring 8. Replacing the tabs and stuff like that. We're just garbling people's code.
Oh, you're saying even in that line, don't
replace
and stuff. All right, I see.
Because if somebody wants to have a tab in their in a string in their rholang, then they get to do that, you know.
Yeah. So then I guess we might as well just see what the rholang code is, right?
Sure.
Okay. Now we need to make one of these. Oh, not tabs.
Type colon SE.
What is the goal of what you're trying to tell me to do?
Set auto indent. You won't have to tab over each line. SE space AI.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so what we did before.
Yeah, now we're going to make our deploy data or whatever it is.
Okay, things are working pretty funny for me and slow at the moment, so you might have to just bear with me for a sec. This is how I had done it before, so
yeah.
That looks good. There, we'll even call it the same thing. Oh my goodness. Deploy data equals. All right, so we have that. I think.
No, you need to call value of.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought I did. Okay, and so now we can do my node do deploy data. So that's taking this object we just made here, which is essentially the code we care about and a timestamp for that code, and it sends it off to the node via gRPC. And so it gives back a promise. So when we get that promise back, okay, I would love to keep these matched. Yeah, I think basically we can do that same stuff that I have here before.
Yeah, we still haven't pushed that checking down into the API.
Oh, I don't know if you saw my comment. I think I made this on GitHub. We at one point had like my node.propose, and I saw that that got removed. Is deploying just doing that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Wait. No, it's create block that does it. So
oh, yeah, create block. That's right. That's what I meant to say. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to do this exactly how you usually do, Dan. Consistent.
Consloe, good friend of mine.
With the oops?
No, you've got Consloe log.
Oh. Nice. Okay. So let's make that big again. So we made the deploy data, we deployed it, we did appropriate things with our results, and watched for errors.
And in the shell code, did we also propose?
In the shell code, no, well, it was just REPL, so there is no propose.
Oh boy. So we're switching worlds altogether.
Yeah, correct.
This is going to be interesting.
So should we just deploy everything?
What we deployed was whatever code on this line right here. We deployed whatever code we got put into the Discord and stripped of like rholang colon.
What I meant was that the robot was not talking to the blockchain.
Yeah, previously it was not. That's correct.
It was only when you do where's the eval?
The
I saw it earlier.
Is
our node REPL. There it is.
Yeah, it's a REPL. That's right.
Sends it into the REPL. That does not send it onto the chain.
Correct. Yep, that's right.
Well, we're changing that, right?
Right. Okay.
That's right. So I'm just thinking about what we've just got to basically cause a block to be proposed. So maybe I guess that should go inside of then, right?
Yeah, it has to.
So that's going to be my node.propose. I think
No, it's not called propose. Propose was a combination of.
Oh yeah, it's create block. You're right.
Yeah. You might want to check to see if it takes an argument. I hope we saved the caller that trouble, but I'm not sure we did.
Yeah, we did. It takes no argument. I put it directly in a.
Oh, okay. All right.
In theory, we could get a result back from here too, right? So I'm not great at chaining promises. If I return, should I return this?
You can't do that now. You're going to have to We're gonna have to nest the promise.
No, he can do that.
I think I can do this, right?
Yep.
Ah, cool.
Well, I guess actually. So what I want in here now is okay. And so just the same thing as before, I guess, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't push the success checking down into the API.
Because I found I'm typing this a lot, so we should do that soon.
Yeah.
All right, I think that looks good, I think.
Why don't you otherwise console log the result? You know, on the next line, just console log.
Yeah, okay. You want like else probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the result is what we want to. This is the result of what?
It's the result of creating a block. It's probably just going to say, "Yep, you created a block."
Success.
It might actually give you the block. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we could check the protos, but we'll just see what comes out on the log. So to walk you through it, Jim, I think the idea is we're taking our node and we're deploying essentially the code that we got in from Discord.
Right.
Let's just assume that everything goes fine. We're then returning the result of create block, and ideally this is just going to be an object that says like success true. So when I call this, then now we're taking the result of create block, and again making sure nothing went wrong there, and in the hopeful case that nothing did go wrong, we're going to log that result to the console just to see.
Yeah, I think in this case, we want to actually return the error to the user.
Well,
So
good point. Yeah.
we want to set an error to result to an error.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about what you mean there.
Well, first of all, you got a syntax error. That semicolon is no good. After throw result, you've got a semicolon before your else. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then inside, right next to throw result, how do we send something back to the user in Discord?
We set it equal to a variable, like result.
No, how do we actually send the user, send text? Suppose I want to send the text ABC to the
like how do we make it appear as a message?
If you go down to the bottom of the block, you'll see where we say message reply.
And
Okay.
can you do that many times?
No.
So how do I agree with you, Jim, that we should probably let the user know when something goes wrong. How do you think we should do that?
Yeah, so right before throw result, do message reply result.
No, we said. Let's see.
I think it's okay that we can't do it multiple times. We'll only do it here if there was an error, and that's a hard fail.
Yeah. Well, what is result?
Yeah, like on this line, what is the result? You're saying, right? Or
in other words, there's at the end of this whole thing, we print out a variable. Okay, and we want to set that variable either to the error or to the answer.
Well, speak for yourself. I don't.
So what's your counterpoint, Dan? You don't want to show errors to the public for security?
No, I don't. I want to show them, but just right before throw result, just put message reply result.
Okay, and Jim,
how do we skip the rest of everything?
Throw will do that for us.
Yeah, throw will exit. Throw is like stop this right now.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So then it sounds like maybe we're in agreement. Oh, I thought I could click up there. to do something like this. Oh, so yeah, okay, hold on here. Oh, I've have such a long delay between when I press a key and when the terminal does something. Oh, is that a tab? Okay.
Control D, untabs.
Okay.
Are you editing over SSH or just locally?
I'm over SSH.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to use an editor that I'm a little better at. Okay, so if we didn't have success, we're going to throw that to the user in Discord, and we're going to throw to stop execution. And we should do the same thing here. So I think I can Y to yank this whole line. Does that sound right?
If you want to yank 2 lines, it's 2YY.
Okay.
Double letters work on lines. YY.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So do the same thing I did.
You just do a P to put it back where you want it.
That's what I'm going to try to do. I just want to get that set up.
You're in insert mode.
Jesus. Okay, how's that look? Not good, right? Now it looks good. Okay, so what do we have with all this stuff? Is this all ready to be? I need some input here. I didn't write this part.
Okay, well this.
Comment it all out and try running it.
Okay, at the bottom still it replies with the result. So where is the result?
We're not there yet.
Yeah, we've got
we've written 20 lines of code. It's probably.
So basically, we've deployed the code to the blockchain. We've deployed it to the node. We've created a block that sends it out to the blockchain and executes it. So the next thing we'll do, we're going to chain another then right here, and we're going to listen for data at name.
You're bolder than I am if you'll write this much code without testing it.
Yeah. So right. So my thought is we definitely want to get rid of this. I'm almost feeling like I can just delete this line. That was the line that did all the scripty stuff. So what is this function I'm looking at here? It looks like it was a callback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole thing belongs to the exec. So
just you can leave it there for now.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's just a function. It's not going to hurt anything to just leave it, right? But we do probably want something to come back to Discord once we've proposed a block. Like even if it's just we're here.
Oh yeah, you can message reply result one line up.
Yeah, right.
And we might have to serialize the result. No, that's the error case. Oh, sorry, that is the success case. Sorry. If message reply only takes a text string, then you'll have to use JSON stringify.
Don't we have one of those? Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. And I guess our style is that. All right, I feel like we should run it probably, right?
Well, we're missing one close squirrely. Your else doesn't have a close squirrely.
Message reply. Yeah.
It does. It's here.
I don't believe so.
Oh yeah, it didn't. Is this the one you're talking about?
Oh, what matches the squirrely after result arrow?
Okay, good question.
See,
So
that was supposed to be the one that's on the when you else used to be one line. You split it, but you didn't preserve the closing squirrely.
Okay, I'm familiar with causing those types of errors. I'm not seeing this.
There, just up one line.
Yep.
Hit O. There, close squirrely.
Oh, okay. I got you. I didn't know O either. That's a nice trick to know about. I want to make these spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That looks correct now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Jim, you're saying the right way to do this is PM2
Restart.
server.js.
No.
KYC bar.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. KYC bot ID3 online. Okay. So now I should be able to.
Where's the console log go?
Probably here.
No, that's not the
Oh,
console.
that's the rnode log.
Right. PM2 log. KYC bot. I forget where it is exactly.
That I did what you wanted, right? PM2 log KYC bot.
Yeah.
So we got a syntax error.
Oh yeah, okay. Server.js line 42. So what do I need to do to
Control C. It's tailing the log.
Oh, okay. So I can go back to this. Line 42 here.
You got two squirrelies where you meant one.
Oh shoot.
You're braver than I am. I would be looking at the log.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to learn these kinds of things. Oh, have it going in real time. You mean?
Yeah. Well, just look at it right now, because if you got a syntax error, you know.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. Right. That would happen already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I still do. Okay. So line 54 this time. So that's this line. Well, which probably means it happened up here.
No, you need a semicolon after the catch.
Well,
Yeah. Our style
Good
was
style.
That's not an error.
You can remove the function.
Okay.
might be more clear with the syntax.
If you hit D percent,
Okay. D%.
and then dot. Do it again. Done.
I don't know what I just did, so I'm not sure I'll be able to fix a mistake if I made it. Would you like me to continue typing on this line?
I think you want to get rid of that line.
This one?
What? Why?
Well,
Oh,
it was just a
okay.
this.
The D percent deleted to the matching parentheses or brace, which deleted the function call. The dot repeated the last command, which was deleting from the matching brace.
Right, but okay, so scroll up so we can see more text here.
The indentation should be right, so maybe that is extra.
I think this is just is necessary, but 2 spaces in too far.
Yeah, what's it closing? I don't see.
Well, let's just see here. Oh,
Not right.
no, it's not right. I thought maybe that was closing this or this, or no.
No,
It's just stray.
yeah. That looks good.
Okay. Yeah, great. So PM2 restart. And now I can look at the log without having to send anything.
And we got enough.
Oh, okay. Now it's running.
Okay, what is this one about? Or just something I don't need to worry about, or?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Client emit.
Weird.
Events.js. That seems like maybe the Discord integration.
Yeah. Let's hope that's innocuous.
Yeah, okay, right. I can move forward with that.
Do
Oh, leave the log running.
a status.
Oh, I could have kept it running. Yeah, you're right. Do a status, you said? Like this?
Yeah,
Like this?
like that, right? We've done the 2. Okay.
Okay, and you're right. I could have kept it open, so I will.
I just wanted to make sure that it was still running. I wasn't sure. What?
Okay, great. So what this, Jim and David, what this is telling us is this is the response we got back from the API create block call. And it's basically printed as a JSON object. It tells us we were successful. And then this is just like what we normally would see come out from the node. We created and added that block to the DAG.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. They give you the block hash, but they don't give it to you in structured form.
Yeah, it just comes back as the string.
Yeah, it's an incredibly valuable piece of data, and they've made it look like, oh, this is just gunk. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, maybe in Node 7. Hashtag maybe in the next release.
Right.
So, all right. So now what we have to do is actually we have to use listen for data at name. So, okay, we have a design decision right now, I think, to be honest with you, because that code that I just entered there, 1 + 1, that's just a process. That's not a send on a name or anything. So I don't know how we want to handle that. It can either be up to the user to specify the name result, or...
I got an idea.
Yeah, what's your idea?
It's easier if I show my screen.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to get into that context. What if I just do share screen? Okay, so someplace we had, right?
Yep.
So the user type's 1 + 1, right?
Yeah.
And then if we do,
Okay, this is an interesting idea. One thing that we haven't talked about yet is how to listen for data at an unforgeable name.
oh yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. Frap level.
Well, I mean, the API does support it. We just don't know exactly how to do it yet.
I'd be surprised if. Well, no, maybe you can.
Yeah, I know you were hesitant on listening for data at unforgeable names before, but I'm pretty confident that's a thing. We could look back at the issue. I think Kent mentioned it there.
Oh yeah, I guess you could, but you'd have to use bit tweezers and look into the block to find it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Bit tweezers. I like that.
So the other option is
The hack that I used in my dapp was to generate a random string
right.
with a public name.
Uh,
Yeah.
but that's annoying because then the user doesn't know where to send the result. Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
that was an idea. I don't think it's working out.
Well, so, I mean, one thing that we can do is just make the user responsible for inspecting the part of the tuple space that they care about. So we could do like we could have like rholang colon whatever to actually deploy rholang code, but then we could also have like inspect colon and then a public name, and then we just listen for data at whatever public name they put there. So it's their responsibility to know, hey, in the rholang that I just submitted, the channel that matters is the one called @result or called @answer or whatever it is.
I'm being on mute here. What happens if we inspect? Now, I guess I'm the variable result. I guess that doesn't work again because it's quoted.
Well, yeah, no, that would work. In some ways, what they want to do is they want to send to the channel, right?
Yeah, the Discord channel.
So what if we just we listen for data on,
Result.
No, on the channel name. And so, like, if I'm writing rholang and I want 1 + 1 to go to robots.
Yeah, this is the same idea as Jim's using result. It's just a different channel name.
Right.
So it's the user's responsibility to send whatever they care about to the magic channel.
Aha. And we should probably see what channel they typed on.
Yeah.
The name of the channel they typed on.
Right.
Well, I don't think we can reliably auto-detect what channel they use because there's no constraint that it has to be one channel. My rholang could be sent.
No, I know, but right where, like he says, this message reply. Unless the API designer was an idiot, there's a message channel or something.
Right. Exactly. The message object, if you inspect it, it has all kinds of stuff in it.
Okay.
Or
I'm sorry. Okay. I misunderstood. We overloaded the word channel. I was thinking we were talking about rholang channels, and y'all were talking about Discord channels.
Right.
Sorry about that. I'm with you now.
and we know the username, we know the channel, we know all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to jump back in there since I've got the environment set up?
Right.
So, all right. So here's where we left off. Well, sort of. Uh-oh. Oh, my SSH session might have got interrupted or something. What's going on here? Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Any suggestions for what I should try? I might just have to go back in. Better ideas?
Well, you can, I don't know how you got stuck here. I would try a Control Q first.
Control Q, Control C, Control Z, up arrow, escape key, keyboard mash.
Well, you can do a Control backslash.
Control backslash. What does that do?
Should do, try Control vertical bar in a board.
Bar. Seems like I might not be SSH.
I think you're disconnected, yeah.
All right, make everybody happy. Oh, edit anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we left off with wow, where did we leave off?
Stringify result is kind of the most.
Yeah, right here. So I guess I want a dot then. Does that sound right?
That's not right.
No, okay.
By the way, Airbnb style would tell you not to use an else after you've got a throw there.
Oh, okay.
This way you don't have the step ladder of hell. You know?
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, yes. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I didn't quite get why it wasn't dot then here though, because when we get back our
we're in a then.
We want to replace this with the real thing, right?
Well, or leave it. Well, yeah, it would have been nice to have it. I would comment that one out because I'm still interested in the block number, for example.
Why don't you put that in the console log?
Okay.
And instead of stringify, use result.message.
Result.message.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we don't need to see success true.
Right.
Is it MSG or
message? MESSAG. Dictionary word.
Nice.
Right. Now do my node listen at blah blah blah.
Just right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. We're already in the then that we care about.
Right.
Okay. My node dot listen for data at name, and we just give it a string now.
Yeah, so Jim, do you know the API is at msg.channel? We can use result for now.
Yeah, right.
Or use
make them type shift.
Yeah. Too much to ask. Yeah.
Hey, carpal tunnel is a real thing, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. That's not what you wanted.
No.
You want a dot then.
Yeah. Okay, but here's what we did it with just dot then last time, but my thought was
oh yeah, you can return it here. Yeah,
that's what we couldn't come up with the other night. That I like this better.
Okay.
Now we can do dot then. I just Okay, I think that's all matched properly.
Yeah, now you're going to want to copy some code from someplace else because it's a horrible, well, not horrible, but it's non-trivial to go find out what the data is.
So what I did before was
all that pop stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Do we want to do it the same way where we only care about the last one?
Yes, I don't know, whatever.
We'll start with it this way.
Known to work code, yeah.
I just want to take the right amount of known to work code. Then is going to, yeah, okay. So first of all, I want to call it block results like I did before. And now I want to just take, I guess, all of this. We're going to change that part where I might mess with the DOM.
Yep.
Really. At least we'll know where to do it. So I really thought that I could paste here. I know I can when I use Vim locally, but I think SSH is messing me up.
Control-Shift-V, obviously.
That's what I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, are you in
Oh, no. The problem is I modified it to just be Control-V. Yeah, got it. Rookie mistake.
Okay.
Okie doke. So let's get the indentation right. I think that's what I want it to be, right?
It is just message.channel.
Where are you talking about, Jim?
Instead of result.
Instead of result, okay. Like that?
Yeah. Is that right?
So that's going to come back to be message.channel is going to be like pound rholang.
Let's log it just to
Yeah. Great. Okay. Where was I? Hope I'm not giving you guys vertigo with navigating windows. So.
I'm sorry. Previous line.
Oh, previous line. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Oh, and a suggestion, instead of a plus, use a comma in case it's not a text string.
Oh. Doesn't concatenation implicitly call toString?
It does, but who knows what that does?
Okay.
It won't expand the object unless it's separate, unless it's alone.
Oh, this is how you get it to expand the object?
To a certain extent, yeah.
Okay, all right, great. So, all right, so we're going to see what it is. Let's just assume we got it right, and it's going to be pound rholang.
Right.
So I'm going to also log how many blocks we got back. We're going to get the last one. We're going to get the last data from that block, and then this is just the line that we need to fix.
Yeah, now we just do message reply.
Oh, son of a... Oh, no.
If you want to know how to do Atom over the network, I've been researching that in parallel.
Oh, I would love that. Maybe we'll finish this line and then check it out. So what do I actually want the reply to be now? I want it to, first of all, be at...
It was whatever you were... No.
I want it to be at a Discord username, first of all.
No.
No? Okay.
Just a text string here, whatever we're interested in.
Okay, and and I just deleted it without looking carefully enough. It was
the reply messages the person automatically.
Okay.
It mentions the person.
Okay, cool. I think that's what I want.
Drum roll.
Yeah. With PM2 restart, and then KYC bot, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then PM2 log. Do I need KYC bot here?
I think so. That looks happy.
Yeah, well, happy by our standards.
Yeah, exactly.
that look right?
Yes.
Oh, I spelled rholang wrong. I guess we can look at the log. Nothing new there.
That's bizarre.
Come on, bot, tell me something.
Retype the command. I think because you spelled it wrong the first time.
You could do rholang 1 + 1 and see if rholang 1.
Well, if I just do that, it's not going to get sent on any channel.
I understand, but we should at least get some console log stuff.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I agree. Okay, there's some. That's stuff, right? That's as much as we could have hoped for. Oh, actually, well, no, this isn't good. No mapping to rhocore for undefined. Oh, that makes sense because we tried to get something back on the channel #rholang and there was nothing there.
Right.
So that all seems normal.
Keep going up.
Keep going up. I think David's suggestion was right. We didn't get a result because I edited my message. How high you want to go, Dan?
What the heck is it doing here? Oh, text channel. Oh, yeah. So the channel is not. We need message.channel.name.
Oh, this was okay. Message. Yeah. That name. Oh, and it's not going to have the pound. It's just going to be rholang. That's
right.
Good. Okay. So I guess I might as well fix that. Oh, I don't know why I got that time. Oh, I need to delete a file to make that go away, I think, right?
Probably. Well, I don't know. You would think that the edit anyway would make that go away.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I think the VI process is probably still running, and if you kill it,
Don't quit.
Sorry. What do you want?
Well, where you call rhocore or whatever. Down a few.
Yep, right here.
Yeah, previous line, if last datum is null. I mean, if last datum is whatever,
Yeah.
If not last datum.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Or maybe, yeah. Then reply, I don't see anything on message channel name.
Can you echo back the input or the result of the input? No? Never mind. Go ahead.
What are you, you're thinking about the code they put in?
Yeah. If it still works, if they put 1 + 1 and they got 2 back, that would be good.
Yeah, we can send it to a channel and print that, but let's just let's start here.
So now I do have to do string concatenation.
Or interpolation, yeah.
Yeah, or interpolation, yeah. Is that better? You like interpolation better?
Yeah, but yes, but this is a
do it next time.
whatever. Oh wait, sorry, do that again. Now the after no data channel on. In fact,
we need to throw here, right?
Well,
or return or
yeah. The other way to do it would be to say if last datum, reply the last datum. Otherwise, reply blah.
Right. So I yanked that line, so I should not doing too hot with Vim here. Okay, I should be able to put it there. So the hell did I do wrong? I put it back exactly how it was, didn't I? If last datum.
There you go.
That's what I wanted. I'm gonna learn them the hard way.
Okay, now you want to
No, but it's still not right. I wanted the other thing here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to reply no data on channel. Well, I guess I might as well do the interpolation since I'm redoing it anyway.
The interpolation uses a dollar.
Oh. Like that?
Yeah, and you want that line to be inside an else.
Yeah. Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, line 61. Oops. Oh, yeah. That should do it, right?
Sure.
Read-only option is set.
Colin. Yeah. Right.
Okay, we're winning now.
Oh, this is what was here before? This seems...
Yeah, no timestamps is rude.
Yeah, okay. Rholang. So I should have done it this way. That's our channel name.
Why do you need that?
The interface now is that in order to see results back in Discord, you need to send those results on a channel, on a Rholang channel that's named after the Discord channel. Am I understanding that right?
I thought we were going to be doing that.
I know everybody liked the idea of this. I like that idea too because you can use it for a calculator. The problem is if you only type a process in there, then what do we do with it? We can either like execute it. Well, yeah, I don't know.
So you got no result, huh?
I got no result, but we did get something useful in the log. Message.channel name is Rholang. Okay, reference error, block results is not defined. And that was, oh, I missed what line, let's see. Why isn't it telling me a number? Oh, it is, 53.
By the way, you can do VI plus 53.
Or colon 53.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
Oh, to start on that line immediately?
Right. It's just this way you can see them both at the same time.
Oh, duh. Okay, yes. Still need to tell it this.
S versus no S, yeah.
Whoa, what did I do there?
Got an extra E.
You got the spelling wrong.
Okay, that looks good. Hey!
Oh, wait a minute, whoa!
Hey! Sweet.
Okay,
Okay,
so
now you
let's,
can like play tic-tac-toe and stuff using it.
yeah, now
Yeah.
let's
Now
try
what?
some.
Now can we? Why did we have to tell it the channel? Why can't we just?
I want to do a demo that maybe will make that a little bit clear. So we can do new X in this stuff. And then what I want to do is X bang, hello Jim. So I'm sending that on just some rando channel, an unforgeable name called X. And then in parallel with that, we're going
Or
to
on the
list.
next line, you can just do that.
Oh yeah, I just sometimes.
Oh, but yeah, sorry, you can't get back the unforgeable name. Never mind.
Yeah. I at least have to be inside the new. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just thinking the next Discord message, so never mind. Never mind the new line stuff.
Oh, God. All right. That's not going to work. New X in, and the stuff is X bang. Hi, Jim. And parens. In parallel with that, we're going to for some message from X, which is still that unforgeable name. And what we're going to do once we get back the message is we're going to @rholang. And this time I'm doing @rholang because it's the name of my Discord channel that I'm in. @rholang bang message. Okay. Does that look right?
And need to make it a little bigger.
Yeah. Can I do that in Discord? I don't know how to do that.
Control plus, you should work.
It's a web browser. Oh, maybe it's not a web browser. I don't know.
Oh, control equal. Yeah, it's an Electron app. All right, so 2 curly braces. One goes with the for, and one goes with the new. My send looks right in parallel with the for. I think this is correct. Oh. Oh, I spelled new wrong. I blame you guys for that. Great. That's amazing. Good work, everybody.
Let's see if we can play tic-tac-toe.
Okay. We'll have to deploy the tic-tac-toe contract, I think,
Yeah.
right? Is it on the server here anywhere?
I think so. It should be in the home, I think.
Yeah, it's there. So,
I guess tic-tac-toe is a little long to paste in there, huh?
No, right. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
I was thinking I was going to deploy it here, and then we were just going to mess with it from Discord.
Yeah, the other thing that we're going to do is you could say if you have an attachment, you can attach a file to a Discord message.
Let's not play stupid Discord games. Let's just.
Yeah, well, we can do that.
I think, yeah, the attachment idea is a great idea. We can filter to see if the file name ends with .co.
And that's something the noob class can handle.
Yeah, definitely. All right, what are we doing here right now?
Are you? Will this? Oh yeah, this will deploy it to the right place. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm SSH'd into Rhobot, but
Right.
it's going to just run your integration test and everything, right, Dan? Everything's unforgeable, so we're not going to be able to interact with it.
No, the tic-tac-toe contract itself is at a public name.
Oh, it is. Okay, great.
Okay, so.
Taking a little while here. All right, there we go. So there's the end of our log, just in case. And are you playing? Oh yeah, I can see you're typing. No, oh guys, hold the phone here. We got we clapped too early on the last time. This was supposed to tell me hi, Jim, not hello.
Uh-oh.
Run it again. Because maybe the hello is, well, wait a minute, that's interesting.
If I had to guess right now, the problem is that taking the last block and the last datum from that block is not the correct thing to do.
Okay, yeah. So let's either change it or log all of them and see what we've got. Did we already log all of them?
I don't know. How do I? What file is giving me such grief about edit? It's this one, right? Server dot.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to want to log something around here, I guess, right?
No.
No?
We've already lost the data we're interested in at this point.
Oh yeah, you're right. So we want to log like
either block results or block results.
So is it gonna you want to do block results? Okay.
Yeah, in fact, do JSON stringify block results because console log will only go to a certain depth. You have to shout JSON.
Oh, yeah.
Block results.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to do anything else while we're in here?
You want to close both of them.
Man, so picky.
You could log just the length.
Yeah, right.
Because block results could be pages and pages of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to save and quit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Five blocks received. It still gave us hello.
Well, okay, so let's see where which block is the right one. But we could just use them all or something.
Yeah, so we have lots of different messages accumulating on the Rholang channel that's named after the Discord channel.
Oh, that's right. We're not eating any of them.
Yeah. One thing we could do is after we grab it out of the blockchain, we could just consume it.
Well, yeah, but for now,
presumably this same bug exists in my. Oh, well, in my dapp, there's only ever one message on the channel at a time because we do eat the old ones.
Right.
There's a lot of junk in here. I don't think I can read that too good.
Okay, look at start editing for a second. I'm going to make a suggestion, but I need to see the code.
I think we always want the last one, don't we? What are we getting, the first one?
Yeah, maybe that's the problem. Do we just want the most recent one?
Normally, that's what you would get as the most recent value.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I'm just saying
But
I don't know what
that
order.
doesn't. That's not coherent. There is no such thing as no most recent value.
Now,
Well, there's a most recent block. There is.
Yeah.
So we want to pull the datum out of the most recent block.
Well, but we did that and it didn't work.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did we do the most recent one or did we do the oldest one? I'm not sure what order they come back in.
Right. So I'm going to suggest printing them all.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had done that at one point. Actually. We just need some nested fours here.
Well, hang on just a sec.
Okay.
So
they're in the log, right? We can edit. We have them printed. I mean, we have them in the log.
I'm gonna go rogue for a second and just try something. Okay, that did not solve it. So I had just tried to not do the slicing. I thought maybe that would give me the better block. So now we're back to how it was.
So there's block results as an array, and then within that, block data is an array, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Post block data.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, your idea of printing them all was good. Should we do some nested loops here?
Or mapping, yeah. We don't have flat map, do we? Darn. Oh well.
All right. Hey, I think I'm gonna take a bathroom break for a minute. You guys, someone can take over the editing in my absence if you want.
Yeah. All right.
Be right back.
See if I can do this. Is the host just rhobot.net?
Yep.
Dan, Jim, I'm kind of facing some errors with the rchain API and the blog on my local environment. That's what I've been working on since. Maybe we could look at it after we're done with this.
Show us where you're stuck just now, and we figure out if it's something simple.
Okay. What I did here is I on my virtual box set up the electron, the electron app, then I clone the environment and set up our node. So I have.
Oh well.
I guess it only lets him get so far lagged up before.
It gets disconnected. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Your audio was bad, and so it was getting so far behind. It finally just dropped you off, I guess.
Yeah, we couldn't hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Okay, let me switch up my video. Yeah. So can I go on, or you want to continue, Dan?
All right, we try. Give it one more try.
Okay. Okay. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So then, if I should check the rchain API, cd rchain, and I do a node, rnode.js localhosts 440 Oh, this worked. That's cool. This wasn't working before, so this one is solved. But yeah. So let me cd back into Electron app. So rchain. So this is the one I'm having an issue with. It doesn't do anything from the interface, so I can't check print status or any of such.
Check the console log.
Yeah,
The Electron console log. I forget. I don't know how to get it.
Control-Shift-I will bring it up.
yeah. Where did you set? Where did you set the? I guess you didn't have to set the port, right? Or,
Yeah, it's hard coded in the code, but yeah. Let's look at the console.
so it should. It's not localhost, so it should be okay.
Okay, so you're
You need to npm install probably.
Yeah, I think I did that. I have done that already. Let me
well
do
do
that again.
ls node modules. There you go.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done an npm install before.
I see gRPC there.
Okay, so let's look at those error messages again.
Okay. So I was having the same error with the rchain API, but now it seems to be fixed. So let me do
Whoa,
what.
can we see those error messages?
Okay. Oops.
It says this problem can often be fixed by running npm. I can't
Revealed.
see that.
Revealed. I think I did that with their rchain API. So let me do that again.
Oh, there's a comment somewhere in the source that you need to grab a specific version of gRPC to work with Electron.
Whoa, why are you doing sudo?
Because when I did just npm install rebuild, it gave an error that I have to either do sudo or I can't even remember. So
Okay, so you've gone off the reservation as far as I'm concerned. I have no idea what's going on.
oh, I'm trying to do exactly the same thing I did with when I had this same problem with rchain API, because I encountered the same issue with the rchain API. So I'm trying to do exactly the same thing I did.
Yeah, well, you're doing some random sequence of things, and I just can't tell you whether.
Well, it's we're just not following. He's doing something that he thinks is gonna work probably.
Yeah. No, if something doesn't work that's supposed to work without sudo, doing it with the sudo is a pretty scary thing.
Yeah, I tried just npm rebuild. It's through an error. So when I did sudo npm rebuild the first time, it's worked. So that's why I had to do it again.
Well, it may be because you used sudo beforehand when you shouldn't have.
Okay, so noted that that's not documented behavior. Let's at least see if you fixed the problem, though. You'll have to restart this for anything to take effect.
Okay. That's npm start.
Let's get the console up there too, just to see what's happening. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, I'm getting a different message. Let's check the console log anyway.
Yeah, same one.
So the way to check to see if the sort of normal root works is to delete your npm modules directory.
Yeah,
npm.
I agree with that. I want to call attention to 2 lines of that red error message though. It's the 3rd and 4th lines. The trouble is that we have a native. I think we have a native Linux gRPC and we need a special Electron one. There's a comment somewhere in the source code about that. I forget exactly how it worked.
Oh, then what we should do is change the package.json so that it gets the right one.
Yeah, correct. I thought I had done that, but I don't remember. If you look at the not this README, but it's somewhere in whatever I called the main JavaScript file. Maybe it's main.js. I don't remember, but it's higher up the web page than we're looking right now. Yeah.
Main.js.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe it's in, sorry, I guess it's in page.js. So there's comments starting on line 6, I think are about this particular issue. That Stack Overflow might just tell us exactly what to do. I don't remember, to be honest. But yeah, I agree with Dan that we should update the package file so it does this correctly. I think maybe that selected answer is what I did.
Oh, npm install grpc runtime equals electron.
I'm pretty sure that's what I did, and I now that I know npm a tiny bit more, maybe I should have done -- save in there to update my package file.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell that in the package syntax.
What exactly is the version, the Electron? Is this supposed to be the Electron version or gRPC?
Yeah, that's whatever version of Electron we're using, which is currently 2.0.8, if I recall. So here's a thought that we might want to do. I'm going to type it in the chat. Oh, except there's a typo in there. I'm the worst about that. Oh, there's another one.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, you'll be able to get it. What I'm open to thoughts on that though too. I think install -- save is how you normally update your package file, right? Your package.
Yeah.
This is just a slightly educated guess.
Okay, that didn't copy. Oh, okay. I won't be able to copy that out because I have Zoom on Windows, whereas this is on VirtualBox. So
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
have to.
You can type it.
Yeah.
David, I think you've reached a hacker street cred level where you're ready to install Linux natively on your hardware.
I don't. I used to have Linux on my other computer, but since I got this because I would have to install so many things again, so that's why I prefer running it alongside Windows. But I might have to try that out because the space on VirtualBox is already out, so I have to yeah, install it natively.
I'm not sure if it's going to install that over the. Well, you might have to remove. We might have to.
Oh yeah, I might have done that too. I don't remember.
This is worth a try.
Okay, you said remove the node modules.
Let's just do like I want to do git diff maybe or something to see what we did to our package.json file just now. Or maybe git diff package.json, I guess.
So,
Well,
we'll do a couple things.
in the middle of stuff.
Okay, that's interesting.
Let's see.
So it looks like it didn't change package.json at all. I'm curious if the app will run correctly.
Guys, I'm probably going to have to go.
Okay, man, that's cool.
All right then. Okay.
Dan, before you jump though, is you think you'll have some interest in working on splitting out the interface from the back end at some point?
Yeah, I'm still interested. The availability is the main question.
Yeah, right. I feel you there.
All right.
All right, hit me
then.
if you want to. I'll be working all day today.
All right.
All right, see you later.
Okay, so this is the reason I usually run sudo while doing most of these things. Okay, so
npm update check failed. But we ran that earlier. So hey, I've got a question for you, David, real quick, if you don't mind. Right below that second square box that appears on the screen, it looks like you ran npm install and then all that stuff. And it looks like that worked, right? No error message or anything?
You mean this?
Yeah.
No. I exited from this.
With Control C?
Yes.
Oh, how come?
That was the time that Dan was talking about removing the node modules.
Oh, I didn't realize we didn't run that to completion. Okay. But then later, installed via remote. Yeah, so it looks like, okay, so then you ran it again about, I don't know, 10 lines down, the exact same command, and it did complete, right?
Yes, I guess.
And it says success, gRPC success.
So okay, so now we'll have some differences
so now
in
we've got
package.json.
Great. Yeah. Okay. So let's do git diff package.json and see what we did there. You can queue to exit this, I think.
Oh, all right, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You said git diff.
Yeah. Package. Yeah, and so what it's going to do now is just tell us exactly what's different about this file, about package.json, compared to...
I think I'm having git... Let me see what exactly is the name of the file. Package.json. Why is it not...
So when it doesn't give any output, that just means nothing has changed about that file since our last commit. So only the package lock has
Now,
changed.
even tab doesn't work with.
That's because there's two files that start with package.
Yeah, even with the dots. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So no differences. So I think you should npm start and see if the problem is solved. Oh, no. So what are we thinking now? Yeah, oh nice. Okay, there we go. So it looks like you clicked register once before you typed your name and then once after you typed your name, right?
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, so check your status now.
Oh, yeah, it did register, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it registered.
Uh,
Oh, actually it didn't you got to propose a block first though.
okay, okay, before you check, okay.
Yeah, so you can either click that button or rnode propose in your terminal. Oh, but now we got a problem. Did that just pop up? When did that happen?
I think this should be a past error. Um, wait.
Do you have
I'm
more
getting
than
some.
one of these? Oh, you've got a bunch of these open or what?
Yeah, I think this
Let's
previously,
close
yeah.
them all and just start with a fresh one.
Yeah, this is the fresh one, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Isn't that supposed to show something here?
I don't know if it's going to log anything or not. What does your rnode say?
There's no updates on our node.
Okay, so it did not propose a block then. I have a favor asked. Can you please close all of these Electron windows except the current one?
I just have one left. One open.
Okay, why are there three little dots? Oh, that's your terminal. I'm
No,
sorry.
this is my terminal.
I
Yeah.
understand now. Okay, I'm sorry. So did you actually click on the propose block button with your mouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Okay. But it's not connected to the node apparently or something.
Oh, yeah, it did, but it took a little bit of time. So it did propose after so many. Let me
I
see.
think it will save us a lot of headache if we just close this window and try again so we make sure everything is the right one that we wanted.
Okay.
Because according to your node, we've got about a dozen deploys, but we've never proposed a block, so I'm not sure why that's happening.
Okay, npm start.
Yeah, nice. So I think, yeah. Yep. Okay. So I think that's a couple of them, right? Let's see if the node actually got that signal.
Yes, it did.
So it got the deploy, but it still hasn't gotten the propose command. Is this node running locally on your computer?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, is the contract deployed? Oh, I don't know if that doesn't matter anyway for this. So I was at the bathroom for a second. So you have a standalone node running on your local Linux.
Yeah, what I did is, yes, what I did is I wanted to do everything on Windows since I'm more familiar with the Windows environment, but it's sort of a pain running Docker because Docker and VirtualBox can't run at the same time. So it means I would have to restart my computer if I wanted to run Docker. So I felt then using VirtualBox would have been the easiest solution. So what I did was I set up nodes, electrum-js, and your repository on VirtualBox. Then I started a standalone node, then installed all the node modules. Then here we are.
Yeah, understood. Okay. Okay, understood. So one thing we haven't done yet is actually deploy the status contract to your local node, but that should be independent of the problem where clicking propose block is not working. So I want to just take a second to look at the code that I've written for this dapp and see how it works. Oh, huh. I don't know why I would have done this, but for some reason in my latest in my latest version, I've commented out the part for the propose button, so it's just simply disabled.
Oh, okay. Where do you have that?
I have no idea why I did that. It's a great question.
Is that in page.js or
It is,
main?
yeah, it's at the
I
very
guess,
bottom of page.js. Yes, sir, that's correct. So anyway,
oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay,
there you
so
go. So,
what I have to do now is
but I think we can maybe work around that. I guess there's a reason why I did that. If we just run like npm run deploy contract, that will set up the contract. Yeah, and then it's deploy dash.
What we want to do now is propose. Does the deploy contract have propose also in it?
Yes, it does. Yes, sir.
npm run dash deploy.
Not quite. npm run deploy dash contract.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It does have propose.
Yeah. Ooh, it's taking some time. Okay, there's the deploy. Here comes the propose.
Says no block created.
Okay, let's go to the node and see why that was the case. It might say something about your validator has no weight or something like that.
I didn't see anything.
How did you, oh, okay. So see how you started your node with just -s? Yeah, that. So standalone is fine. That's great. But in order for any of this rchain API stuff to work, we have to be running Casper, and that means we need a validator private key in there.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna kill this node. I think there was an instruction in the repo to run node. I actually saw that a little late after I started node.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just npm run fresh.
Okay, npm run. Okay. Actually, I didn't know you could build custom commands for npm
Oh yeah,
and even
I'd love to show you.
Iron.
I
Okay,
can show you how
so
to do that. It was turned out to be pretty easy, but I didn't know it either until yesterday.
oh, really? Even Iron Node, you could do something similar for Iron Node.
Yeah, like with the config file.
No, I mean like the way you have fresh as a custom command.
Oh yeah, correct.
Uh, It would be so cool to learn that. So each time you run fresh, it clears your rnode directory, and what else does it do?
Yeah, it clears your rnode directory. It uses, you can see like the second timestamped log message. It says using configuration file .rnode/rnode.toml.
Yeah.
So it starts it with the correct validator, private key, and all of that stuff.
Okay, where do you have fresh?
Yeah, I'll show you. Go back to my GitHub real quick. And go to package.json. Yeah,
Oh,
that package, yep. And then there's one called scripts. It's line 8.
okay.
So when you type npm run fresh, it actually does what I typed on the right side there.
Okay, cool. Well, I can't see where you set up the validator private key and.
Yeah, it's not in there because it's that. I'm glad you asked about that. See how I specified a data directory?
With the flag?
Yeah, correct. So it's not using your actual home directory /rnode. And so what that means is it's not clearing out your own normal .rnode. It's using this special one. And in there, there's a configuration file. So if you go back to the sort of the overview of this project. And then you go into .rnode. That folder is the top one in the list. And in there, there's a file called rnode.toml. That's my configuration file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so on line 9, I set standalone to true. On line 6, I set no UP&P. And then on line 31, I set the validator private key.
Oh, okay. This is, yeah. So why do you have this warning here?
For the same reason, to avoid situations like when Colab got hacked the other day. We don't want to put keys or passwords inside of publicly visible files.
Well, the configuration file is not public, is it? It's on your
yeah,
machine?
it is. It's up on the internet on GitHub. Anyone can look at it.
Okay. Now I get what you mean now. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you could actually put it in your config file, but then not commit while you're committing to
Yes,
GitHub.
correct. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So the warning was do not commit real config files. You're exactly right. So okay, hopefully that answers your question about how that node got started. And now that it is started, we can npm run deploy contract.
So let me kill this again, and
yeah, good idea.
do that again.
So we've started this fresh node with Casper and the correct validator key and all of that stuff, but it doesn't yet have the status contract on it. So that's our next step. Oh wait, what happened here? It disconnected?
No. It's
that's the
here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the running node is here. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we just gotta get that contract, but you gotta be in the project directory for npm to do the right thing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so npm, what's the command
Run.
again? Okay, run deploy contract. Okay.
Yeah. It takes a long time to do. Maybe because it's in a.
Okay, so block created and added, so that's a success.
Great.
Okay. So I guess the next thing will be to start the Electron app, right?
Correct. Yes.
So the button isn't going to work here, is it? Meaning I'll have to manually propose the block.
Yeah, I think I remember why I did that. Just go ahead and click register, right? Well, you don't want to do, this is not clear from my interface. I'm sorry. You should just click register first.
Okay.
Okay, cool. And now just go ahead and type your name and click check. Check will automatically create a transaction, so I think this might still work. Although it's gonna take some time. If you want to get the status update, we can. Oh, there it is. There's your status.
Wow, that's cool.
So now, if you want, you can
Okay.
try to change your status. Yay!
Oh, okay.
That is a great job.
Okay. Oh, cool. Really cool then.
Yeah, thank you. I spent a long damn time on it.
It's really cool.
So the propose was done automatically?
Yeah, so this is a little bit janky. In order to check the status, we actually have to submit a transaction to the blockchain. So whenever you click check, it will do a propose for us.
Okay, so we don't need the propose button.
Yeah, I think that's right. I don't know why I comment. It doesn't hurt to have it, and I've found it convenient a bunch of times. I don't know why I commented it out. I probably meant to undo that and just forgot.
Okay.
So my goal for this project, and unfortunately, the timeline's extremely short. I would like to get that thing split out so that we can run it as like just a normal Node app and access the front end through a web browser instead of having to install Electron and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
So I was hoping Dan is good at that, and he said he could show how, but I don't know when I'm going to get him again. So hopefully sometime. Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm gonna play around. First, I need to learn how Electron works. So I'm not yet very familiar. I've read about it, but I'm not yet very handy with it yet.
Yeah, same. I think Electron's a really cool project, and I really like it, but I'm not sure this is that it's the best way to do this dapp. It's just a way that I could get it working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we're familiar with using handlebars templates.
Yeah.
In the in the Colab.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we could We just grab. Can you grab the You can't grab HTML from this page, huh?
I wrote the HTML. It's in index.html.
Oh. Oh well, we could. Yeah, we could. We could.
So,
It should be pretty easy to make that into a handlebars template.
well, yeah, okay. That's cool. It doesn't even, I don't know that it even needs to be a template. It's going to be the exact same thing every time. The hard part, maybe it's not even hard, but the part that I don't know how to do is if this is a web browser and not a local Electron app, then when I click register, that has to send a command from the browser back to the node server, and then the node server dispatches it to our node. And that's what I'm not sure how to do. Dan said it was something about XHR, XML HTTP request.
Oh, okay.
Now, you're trying. You're trying to run it as a serverless app? Is it?
Well, currently I'm running it sort of as a serverless app. Like the server and the front end both get spun up kind of at the same time by Electron. I would like to run it with a server so that when we go to Archon 3, the instructions aren't all that long stuff I had written there and that we had to walk through and get the right version of gRPC and all that junk. The instructions can be go to rchain-status.com and play with this dapp we wrote.
Oh, okay.
Because anyone can check out an interface in their browser. It takes a lot more work to get Electron installed and all that. Like, I mean, it took us half an hour just now, and I've done it before, and we're all technical. You know, it's going to be really hard for people who have never done it before.
Yeah, true.
So let's look at index.html real quick there, and Jim, that might sort of start to get your head around it. Like I wrote that whole front end by hand. It's just very basic HTML. You know, eventually it would be awesome if it looked good and all that stuff, but it's just this right now. So that's all pretty basic, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think any of this really needs to change or anything. Maybe it does. I don't know handlebars that well, but mostly this is all just hard-coded. And then over in page.js is where I have all of the event handlers, and that's the part that I don't quite know how to do. Like if I were to sync up like a server with a browser-based front end, that's what I'm stuck on. David, I don't know if you want to show us page.js.
The event handlers for Electron apps, isn't it the same thing for browser apps?
Yes, but here's I'll show you the difference in a second when we have this page open. When I use Electron, so see like on line 4 or on line 9, in Electron I can just require these modules just like I would with a node server. But if I try to run this in just a browser like, you know, Chromium or Firefox or whatever, I can't require that stuff because the browser doesn't support it.
Is it the browser doesn't just support gRPC, or the browser doesn't support require generally? Because I know browsers support require files.
Okay, I thought that the browsers didn't support require. I thought you had to have Node to do that, node.js. Because like, where does it require that from? What if some random, like, what if I get my sister to go to this website and the JavaScript says require gRPC and she doesn't have gRPC installed or doesn't want it to run on this website or something?
Okay, what if on the back end, just like for instance, if we're hosting from rhoboT.net, we already have the node modules installed, and right there, the files that are required are already done. Then once the person logs into the domain that we've created, it just takes the person directly to the front end.
Yes, that is exactly what I want. That I think we're on the same page now. Good idea.
Okay.
So the tricky part. Oh, you're muted, Jim.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that. I mean, I'm thinking that, that the events would basically be app gets, but
They would be like HTTP gets. You're saying?
right.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think we're all on the same page, but I just don't know how to do any of that. If you guys know how to do it, I'd love to dive in and give it a crack.
Yeah, it's. I may need to take a little break.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do with rhoboT.
I'd be happy. We can do it all on localhost on my system too, if you want to do that, and we can just edit it locally. And the server and the front end will still both run locally, but at least they're not like glued together in that Electron way anymore.
Well, I'm thinking. No, I was talking about the state of rhoboT that we left it in, and I'm wondering if I should.
Oh, the KYC bot you're saying?
KYC bot, right?
Yeah, I think you guys switched gears while I was up at the bathroom. I wasn't sure if that got resolved or.
Now,
So, Jim or Joshi, would you mind taking the lead now?
Sure.
yeah, I'm thinking either we sort of postpone fixing it, or and put it back the way it was, or see if we can fix it quick before we get started on the other thing. And it's I'm going to need to take a lunch break.
Yeah. So I would be. Let's see what. It's 1 o'clock our time, Jim. Oh, David, what are you 5 hours off from us?
Yeah, so that should it's 6 o'clock here already.
It's 6 o'clock. Yeah. Do you guys want to come back in 1 hour and reconvene?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do this all day.
Okay, that wouldn't be a problem.
I guess
I'm in for all day.
I need to get permission, I think.
From the wife or something? I don't have that problem.
we both don't have the problem.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, man, I don't feel too confident that I'll be able to fix the KYC bot.
Yeah, that's no problem. We could give it a try.
Yeah, especially it would be nice if we could edit in an editor that I'm more familiar with. Doing it all in Vim is, it's good to learn that, but I'm not too great at it yet.
If you're not too great at it, I wonder what I will say about myself.
Yeah.
I really need to take out time to learn Unix-based systems, and I have to install Ubuntu natively on my system also.
Yeah.
I think VirtualBox is sort of limiting.
Yeah. So I don't know if Jim was coming right back, but maybe. Oh, there he is. Maybe we could just take a break and try to reconvene. What do you think, Jim? Would you?
Yep, I'm allowed.
All right, cool. Yay, Jim can play today.
Right.
So maybe we take a lunch break, or for David maybe a dinner break or whatever, and then we'll come back in an hour. Jim, I don't feel very confident that I'll be able to fix the KYC bot in a timely manner. I think we made a lot of progress, but we're not quite there.
I can figure out how to stash what we did, I guess. And
Oh yeah, I could lead us through that right now if you want to do that. You want to take the share again? Or I guess I was the one editing it. Maybe I still have that terminal. I still have that open. You want me to do it?
I can do it.
Okay.
I mean, I'll share the screen.
Okay.
First, like you said, if I type it, maybe I'll remember this time. I mean,
Yeah, right.
every time I do it, I have used Git a little bit, even in my last job.
Yeah. All right. So we just got a CD and
Also, I've been waiting. Okay. So I just want to do a.
let's do git status first, just to see what's going on there. Typo.
Whoops.
Oh, we should delete .server.js.swap.
You must still be editing.
Oh, I still have. Yeah. I can. Let me just close that out.
Okay. Package.json we don't care about, right?
No, I think we do. That's why we added the dependencies for rchain API and for gRPC.
That's okay. I mean, we can leave that in there. We just have to stash server.js, right?
We should, if we're gonna stash, we should stash it all together, probably.
Yeah. So
I don't think it's that bad. I got disconnected from SSH again. If you delete that swap file, it should just be git stash, and then we're done.
I hit the right dot.
Cool.
And then I do a git stash. That's it.
I think that's it. Okay, cool. And then do git stash list.
Sir, what exactly does stash do?
Good question. So it shows us right now we have one thing stashed. And basically what stash means is I'm in the middle of something. It's not yet ready to be committed. In this case, because it doesn't work quite right yet. But now we've gone back to, yeah, good.
Okay, so when I want to unstash it.
So when you want to come back and work on it more, git stash pop.
Git stash pop.
And oh, I'll tell you guys this too. Anytime, like if you're not sure, if you know you want to git stash something or other, but you're not really sure how it works, you can always do git help and then a subcommand like git help stash or git help commit or git help add or something.
Oh, okay. Help doesn't come with a double.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's a lot of help.
Yeah, it's really good. So like under synopsis, it shows a couple things we can do. So like we just did git stash list, for example.
And pop and apply or?
Yeah, I've never used apply. I don't know how that works.
Why is it must be the same thing. They show it. You can use.
I think it means they have the same syntax is why they're on the same line there. Well, I don't know. You can scroll down and it'll tell us. There's apply. Like pop, but do not remove the state from the stash list. That's the difference. So if you git stash pop, it's gonna totally delete the stash that we did, but bring us back to the current working directory, like with all our changes right there, like we just made them. If we do git stash apply, it's also going to take us back to all our changes like we just made them, but that stash is still going to be in our list.
And I restart it.
Yeah, cool. So we can make sure it works, I guess. Whoops.
Okay, and then that's to be continued.
Yeah.
It's nice to see it getting close, seemingly.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're real close. This'll come together. So.
But yeah, look. Now, I don't know if we want to try. We could try a couple of different paths on fixing that thing.
On KYC bot?
No,
On my dapp?
on your dapp. My my tendency would be to
Do you guys use Express when we did that bounty system interface? Does that use Express?
that uses Express and handlebars.
Okay, cool. So I think Express is the way to go. That's what Dan was saying, and I know that's what Steve from Pyrofex did for the new rchain.coop website. So I think that's a good option. The thing that I don't know how to do with Express is when the user clicks a button in their browser, such as check status, how do we send a command? How do we make that call a function back on our server? That's what I don't fully understand.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. What do we have? We have server. Am I sharing my screen? Yeah. Okay, so basically, whenever they hit a button, it does one of these things. Okay.
Okay, so let's look at one of those real quick. So there's a button in the user interface.
This is really a one-page interface here.
Yeah, perfect, because that's what I want too. So I want to talk about that line that has /login that you've highlighted a little bit of. So when the user clicks on a button in their web browser, that does what?
It would be /login.
It's just like a link. It's just like href equals /login.
Exactly. Or, it can be on click, whatever. If you look in the, now what we do, so then, well, we actually overloaded this / here with different arguments. We could have had all these be separate paths, but we didn't do that. But then ultimately what we do here is we do a render of the template.
So render, that comes from handlebars.
Yeah, and it compiles, and we pass all the variables to it that we are displaying on our page.
But isn't that going to do a whole page refresh?
No, it doesn't. It's optimized.
Really?
I don't know how, but it doesn't. It updates immediately.
Behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, magically.
Yeah. Okay, can you show me real quick, like wherever? So I get that when you click a button, this is what gets called. Where's the code that does the calling?
That's gets called, and the in views. Oops. I guess it's home 2. We have a home 2 handlebars. Okay, and this is where you would just put your your index.html, right?
Right.
And then we have one of the variables passed was the avatar URL.
Okay, what I don't quite understand though, okay, on click equals my function this, comma, open nav. So what does that do?
My function this, open nav. I don't know why.
Okay, that's for the side navigation.
That's for
The side navigation.
Site navigation. It opens up.
yeah, I get that. I know what it ultimately causes to happen. Like that thing scrolls out from the left side. But
right.
what I don't understand is like, what does that JavaScript syntax mean with a comma in there? And then also, where do those functions live, and how does it dispatch a command back to the server? Or it doesn't. This one's offline.
Yeah, this is all on the browser.
Okay. So that was not the one I wanted to ask about. Where's one that calls back to the server?
What is this? Oh, so let's see. Here's okay. Here's the drop-down list. Okay, where if we change on the drop-down list, we do this form submit.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And this form submit just does a get.
Okay, so then back on your server somewhere you have app.get.
No, just it's slash. The method is get. The action is.
Yeah, the route is slash.
The page. It's the one page app thing.
Right.
It just gets the page again.
So that does do a page refresh. A page load.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Oh, yes, it does. I'm sorry. This does a page load.
Okay.
I'm thinking of all these examples where it doesn't do a page load.
Yeah, so what's one example of one that doesn't do a page load? I think anytime we submit a form, we're going to load a page.
Okay, I think I'm thinking of the sample apps where I've seen that. I don't think our app does it, but where you would see that is where you I should look back. I'll have to, I don't know that we had some on.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for I'm looking for something that I don't think is here, but is in I've seen in other handlebars apps. where basically some variable is updated, and then it does a render of the page, and that just does the minimum stuff without reloading. So I don't have an example. We don't have an example of it in this program.
Okay.
But let's say I don't know. If we just um, um, I don't know where I saw it.
What if we like Control F for Ajax or XHR or something like that?
Maybe, I could be wrong. Let me I don't know. Well, there's some optimization tips.
So okay, I might have found something. It looks like we can just, from the client, we can just do like, we can make an object that's called like new XML HTTP request. And then we can open it, send a request, header, and then send a request body.
Yeah, that's true. And it's not clear how much we need handlebars at that point, right?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think handlebars is necessary. Handlebars is for templating when you're getting back like a custom page for each user or for each event or something, I think, right?
Yeah, I think I was thinking about it.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, pre-compiling. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the way we run it. They're compiled templates.
Yeah, I got you. That's a good idea. It's probably faster, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I know. I know the stub that I started with in Glitch. It didn't redraw the page when I did it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's take a break. Let's all get a meal or whatever, exercise, refresh, whatever you need to do, and then we'll meet back here at 2:30 or David 7:30.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll try to put together a minimum working concept of how to do the XML HTTP request, and then maybe we can try to make the dapp do the same thing.
Yeah, there's examples of it in. I mean, we do that. If you notice, when we go to rchain bounty here and we do a page, we're doing HTML HTTP request and filling in all these budget votes and reward votes.
Oh, that's interesting.
So we're already doing that, and if we're calling so we're calling
All right, I wanna get some food, I think.
right. Okay, so we have these rewards where we're at get/rewards. We're calling this from the template with an HTTP request.
So what does that do though?
Well, this is actually a proxy to avoid. It just does a proxy to avoid cross-domain references.
Rewards that actually. Yeah, right. This looks like what I want to do. So how do you respond back to the web page then? How do you give data back? Oh, response.send body.
Right.
So what's body?
Body in this case is the result of this it does an HTTP request within here. It's just a proxy.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that it's a proxy. I'm just asking.
Whatever body it gets back, and the body is.
So this thing so the front end calls up this app.getRewards. This function calls up rewards.rchain.coop, gets back a body, sends that body back to the front end.
Right.
So there's just code we're looking at here is just a man in the middle.
Right, and then in the template, we simply do a and we have one for rewards and budget. No, where are we? What is it next? Did I pass it? How come I can't find it? Do we have it in a separate file? Okay. Yeah, here's the here's the XHTTP. Right.
XHTTP this.number.open.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're making a GET request.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, we didn't need this whole part here. The slash rewards would have done.
Yeah, well, live and learn.
And then we
Okay, and you send it. I see that you're sending it there. That makes sense.
we're sending it. Where's the block? Where's the?
Did you ever set request header? Maybe not. That's okay.
Send. I don't. Oh. I'm a little confused here.
Yeah, I'm a little confused too, but it's starting to come together. Like, I guess I just don't get, where does the answer come back? How do we receive an answer back?
Well, okay, we set the get element by issue this number. Okay, and this was because we're in a loop here doing this.
Uh-huh.
We want each item to have a different name. So we
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we have what is this? We have ID issue this number. And then when we do a get element by ID issue this number, it's just the ID of the field that you want to change.
Okay, right. So I'm starting to really get this.
We say,
that part I totally understand. Yep. So there's a line now that has some highlighting on it, and I'm just asking, how do we get to that line? Like, what starts the invocation of code that gets us to that line? So I see we make a new XML HTTP request right up under the open script tab.
Okay, we could have called a function here. I just put a script right in line here.
Yeah, right.
And
on ready state change.
Right.
Is that it? Is that the key? On ready state change. Is that the key? That's how we get data back from the server? So there's an open script tag and then 2 lines below that.
Okay, this is okay. I do this HTTP request.
Yeah.
Oh, this number on ready stage. Right. So this, yeah. So this calls the function when the page is ready. Right. I don't know if that condition was necessary or not. I don't.
Well, yeah. I'm just thinking about. So I feel like I'm starting to understand that, like, when the user clicks a button in the interface, we need to make an XML HTTP request and send it to the server, and you just showed me how the server can handle that with like app.get and then some route like /rewards or whatever it is, and can send a response back by doing like response.send. And then so the final piece of the puzzle.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, yes, right. Yeah, response.
Yeah, so the final part that I don't get that closes the loop is when we do that response.send on the server, how does the front end then get that data back? And it looks like maybe that's here. Is that right?
That's right. That's here. Okay. And basically what we're getting back in this case is that HTML. Okay. And so we get the response text. Here, we look to see if we got an error if it said oops.
Okay. That's how we know we got an error.
Yeah, Dan prints oops when it doesn't work. And that's what happens when you haven't synced your GitHub issues. Um, so then in this case, we're getting XML back, so we make a parser and we parse it. Right.
Oh, that's what all that's about. So if we get something other than XML, a lot of this might not be necessary.
Right, we can just look at the response text.
Got it. Oh, so it can just be as simple as a string or a JSON object?
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay, this is really starting to make sense.
Okay,
So we should break though, right? We should be fresh when we try to tackle this beast.
right.
Okay, cool.
And we'll make a separate recording.
That's not, yeah, this one's pretty long. I don't know if anyone's going to get through it.
All right, take care, guys.
Let's say 1 hour from now, 58 minutes from now, 2:30.
Right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
All right.